Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's October 29th, 2023, and yesterday it was 22 degrees. Today it's 6. Maybe I picked the wrong day to shave up again. Tomorrow they're actually talking about 5 centimeters of snow in the morning and then turning to rain in the afternoon, so probably won't stick around very long. Just might get into a bit of a mess, so not much of a fun day delivering mail tomorrow. But let's not focus on tomorrow. Let's stick with today. Today I've got 4 official postcards that I can send out, and then I've got a bunch of swaps and thank yous to send out as well. So I'm going to show you what I've picked and maybe why I picked them or a story behind them. That's kind of what I do. And if you're tuning in for the first time, you like what you see, subscribe, like, and leave positive comments so you can share with other people as well if that's what you like. All right, let's get into the first card. The first official one is going out to Portugal. And this person is from Belgium originally, but is with her husband and 2 adopted shelter dogs. They are now living in Portugal. She enjoys cooking, mostly vegetarian, and have a glass of Portuguese wine, walking the dogs, taking long relaxing baths, reading books, and helping out at some local charities. They live in a quiet countryside area, but they're close enough to some of the beautiful touristic cities that are nearby. Postcards that she likes are funny quotes, dogs, food, wine or vineyards, cartoons or fairy tale figures, landscapes or touristic scenery, drawings, or something handmade. She says she really does look forward to receiving the card because they don't have a mailbox at their house because they live off the road, so they need to drive to a small town center to pick up the post, and so therefore it's always exciting to see what's in the mailbox. So this one was a little harder for me to pick out the right one. I didn't have any with funny quotes. I don't really have many with dogs left. I need to pick up some more of those. I did have food. Wine and vineyards I didn't have. Cartoons or fairy tale figures. Yeah, I did have some of that if you include anime or Disney characters, but wasn't very specific for those. Landscape, touristy scenery. Yes, I have lots of that. And drawings or something handmade. I went with this. So it is kind of cartoony. It is touristy in the absolute sense of the word. So this is a map of Canada showing all sorts of different either animals you might see in Canada or stereotypical Canadian things that you might find and where you might see them, from the Rockies to the Atlantic coast. Here in New Brunswick they put a moose, so that's how you can find us. There's the blue nose, famous from Nova Scotia as well. So hopefully that is something that she will like and fits the bill. All right, the next card is going off to Germany, and she is 66 years old. She lives in a small village in a part of Western Germany. She is a street and bridge engineer, retired now, and she has a fine garden and loves flowers. She's a collector of lots of things, including stamps of Germany, Japan, Christmas, bridges, old postcards of famous buildings, bridges, and towns before 1950 that are in black and white, old things of colored glass, like blue and green colored glass, needlework, buttons of glass in blue or green. You may make my day if you find one in your collection. Send it to me in an envelope, and I'll thank you with a 1,000 card if you give me your address. It says, if you want ideas for cards, see favorites or cards which show multiple things, buildings, gardens, bridges where you live. She loves maxi cards, themes of the year for 2023, how to make coffee or beans to the cup. It would be great to get an ad card from a coffee roastery. Theme in November and December, Christmas cards with washi tape. She doesn't much care for cards with animals, and please no keep calm cards. If you would like to receive an answer, just write your address on the card and I'll send you one of your preferred cards back. And then she's heavy into coffee theme. Now, I don't have a lot of coffee theme, to be honest. I have a couple tea ones, but not much with the way of coffee. But where she's a bridge engineer and likes bridges from local, you can't go wrong with Confederation Bridge then. So this is the biggest local bridge we have and one of the biggest in the world over water that freezes. So there you go, off the Northumberland Strait. So I will put that in the post to her, and hopefully she can appreciate, excuse me, as I drop it on the floor, appreciate the work that the engineers went into to creating that masterpiece. All right, the next card is going off to California in the United States. She lives in Huntington Beach, California with her family. She loves to read and learn about other countries. Would definitely love to travel more. Loves music and plays the piano. Right now she loves playing jazz. Loves memories and likes to cook and bake and read books, mostly fiction. She's left-handed. She lives about a mile from the Pacific Ocean and has lived there most of her life. But she's more a big city person. Huntington Beach just happens to be where she's ended up, but she spends most of her weekends in Los Angeles, about 40 minutes away. She likes to go to thrift stores and check out new places to eat. She works by herself in an office as a technical manager, helping people online or over the phone. Sounds like a call center. I also have a small business selling thrifted items online, which she's been doing for 7 years now. That's why she goes to so many thrift stores. She loves to laugh, likes to go to comedy shows, loves 80s music, and really listening to all music and genre, especially electronic music. She collects recipes and tries new food. Her plan is to someday visit the land of my ancestors, which is the Isle of Jersey. I'm really into birds right now. I'm feeding a crow and trying to see if he will leave me a present. I love watching the hummingbirds on my back patio. I have a grumpy 12-year-old cat, and he's been on the county mandated house arrest since 2018. He's definitely a gangster cat. So yeah, some of these cats do wander the neighborhood and get into mischief. So sometimes they have to stay inside. And she says she loves receiving any postcard. They're all very much appreciated. Now, she mentioned food a couple times and recipes and traveling. And this card just came in to me last week, so it might as well go back out again. The Nanaimo bar recipe, a favorite here in Canada. And hopefully she'll get a chance to try it. Maybe it'll become a favorite for her too. And who knows, maybe one day she'll travel up the Pacific coast from where she is to British Columbia and go to Nanaimo on Vancouver Island. All right, and thank you, Marcia, for sending me that card. Didn't stay long in my hands, but it'll go off to a nice place, I am sure. Okay, the last official card I have is going to Ukraine, and she says she's completed her master's degree 2 years ago, and now she works at the local post office. So welcome to the postal community. You've got a tough job these current years working in the post office in Ukraine. So thoughts and prayers. I like cats, watches detective stories, draw, and she reads a lot of fan fiction. She has 4 cats. Today she's registered for the first time on the site and decided to join Postcrossing. So congratulations, back in May she joined Postcrossing. So hopefully she's enjoying it and getting lots of great cards. She says English is not her native language, so she apologized for grammar. You don't need to apologize for anything. If you can do this much in a non-native language, more than power to you. I cannot do it as well as others can, for sure. She most importantly loves 2 things, her mother and Ukraine. You can send me whatever you want, but I prefer cards that have animals, reproduction of paintings, things about your city or country, Harry Potter. So, and at the end she says, glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes. So peace to you as well. And so I've gone with this, reproduction of a painting. So this is a Vermeer, and it's called the Yellow Turban. There's a little yellow turban there with blue and or teal in front. So yeah, a very famous painting. Hopefully she enjoys that reproduction. Couldn't send the original, unfortunately. All right, the next batch of cards I'm going to show you are some thank you cards and some direct swaps. First of all, we have a That Dad Guy card going out. I am running low on those, if you can believe it. I'm going to have to create some more, maybe a little bit different ones this time. Speaking of created cards, we have a couple of the World Postcard Day polo cards that are going out for people who have requested them. So those are going out. We have a Harvey Station giant fiddle here in New Brunswick that was erected in 2000 as a tribute to the internationally renowned fiddler Don Messer, who died in 1973, but his hometown was Harvey here in New Brunswick. Another New Brunswick card, a nice lighthouse at Quoddy Head. So that beautiful scene is going off. Speaking of beautiful scenes, but aren't in this province, in the province of Quebec, Quebec City, we have this multi-view card going out from a recent trip that I did up there when I took my daughter off to university in Montreal again. And here of the Montmorency Falls outside of Quebec City. Nice way with the mist coming in at nighttime, the way it was lit up. On that same trip, I purchased these wooden cards. So I have this nice bear enjoying some honey. The bees may be not enjoying him being there so much, but I'm going to send off that wooden card. From a little bit more local here, Sackville, New Brunswick, 30 minutes down the road, we have the Sackville Marsh. Another card from that trip to Quebec. I have quite a few, but this is the treetop adventure that we did. You walk along here and then climb up to the top of this, and then in the middle there is a mesh that you can bounce on or look through. You can see all the way back down to the bottom, but glorious views all around. And then a lighthouse at sunset. Sometimes you need to just stop and ponder things, so why not sit on this bench in the Miramichi, which is about an hour and 15 minutes north of Moncton here in New Brunswick. The big Miramichi River, great for fishing, if that's your thing. The province of New Brunswick flag, I think one of the best flags, certainly in the country. My biased opinion on that, but I love the way it all looks and the classicness to it. So. And then in Prince Edward Island, some of the beautiful sandy beaches that you'll find there, and the waves crashing, coming either from the Northumberland Strait or other parts around as you get closer to the Atlantic Ocean. The next one, Mail a Beaver card. So these are fun little cards to send out. Now this one does have a dual meaning in Canada. If you know, you know. Or how about Mail a Whale? For people that want more aquatic life. And our famous Quidgewaquack Provincial Park here in New Brunswick. Aboriginal name. We have a 3D City of Toronto skyline picture, postcard. This one here was from a photograph that was taken and printed off on paper. So this was by Wendy. So I was glad that I found a home that I think someone would appreciate it, that will get it. Here is one of the many covered bridges here in New Brunswick. This one is in St. Martin's. It's nice. It's a little bit different because not only does it have the nice big opening for the cars, but it does have the pedestrian walk along the side too. And then some street art cards. I really like this one here. It's called Gerald's Blind Date, and you can see that it was just painted the top of a stump. So the stump and the surrounding grounds are real, but the painting in the middle is just that. And then another one, speaking of a beautiful little thing. So this is called Readings is in Flowering. And I'm still doing some reading. Now, yesterday I did take a break because I did a lot of yard work outside. I didn't have the energy to sit down and read at the end of it. I managed to put together 12 bags of yard waste. My wife and I, I'm not going to say I did it all by myself. We chopped down, there's a giant plant on the side of the driveway that's just kind of flowers as a weed every year. And we let it grow to its whatever height it gets to, about 10 feet tall. Then we chop it down, and it's like a hydra. It grows even bigger each year. We want to get it dug out of the ground so it just goes away, because it is a bit of a nuisance, and it takes a lot of work to chop it up and get it into bags so it can be taken away as yard waste. And then we filled those bags with as many leaves as we could do, and we did 12 bags before our bodies said that enough's enough. It was about 3 hours work, or 3.5 hours work for me out there doing it, so that was enough for me. We'll leave some for another day. All right, the last card I have is from the British Museum. And so these are some of the terracotta warriors that they have from China. And so it's just a cool stone image. It's preserved for a very long time. It's called Kneeling Archer. It was excavated in 2001. And that was in the British Museum. So there's controversy about that too, whether that belongs there or someplace else, maybe in China. All right, those are all the cards that I have to put together. So it is a bit of a work to do, but it's a labor of love. Last week I was able to do all my official cards on the Sunday. Normally I do the official and my direct swaps all in one day. I did piecemeal it out a bit last week. I just did the officials, and then I did all the direct swaps on Tuesday, I believe. So today I will tackle as many as I can get and just enjoy it, not see it as a task that needs to be completed, even though it's kind of in my mindset. There is these little check boxes that I'm trying to check off and get things done, but I don't want to rush through any of the cards, because every one that goes out should be special and not feel like it's an assembly line to try to get them out as quickly as possible. So it's a hobby. Enjoy it. If they don't all get done today, no worries. They'll get done another day. There's no rush on it. Mail will get there when it gets there. And I gotta get into that mindset a bit too, that I don't have to just keep producing them. And so yeah, take time, slow down. And that's all about why I got back into reading too, is to slow it down, take a break. And you got to do that once in a while. So enjoy the hobby. Don't just do the hobby. Have a magical week.
What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.